Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, today I got another big video for you, and it is my entire comedy collection on Blu-ray. Now, I have more on DVD, but I'm strictly doing the Blu-rays right now. I will get to the DVDs another day. I have way too many DVDs. So today are strictly the Blu-rays, comedy genre. So hope y'all enjoy. This might be a long video. If it is, I apologize, but I wanted to show you it all. So if it is a long video, get something to snack on or whatever. Kick back, relax, and hope you like this video. So let's get started. So the first one I have is Weekend at Bernie's, the very first one. There you go. This is one of my favorite movies. I like the second one as well, but I do not have the second one. But here's the back, in case those of you who are interested. There we go. It's a very good movie. Came out in the 80s. I think it was the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. And very good movie, very funny. These two guys go to this... well, let me start over. This guy, Bernie, he's like really rich and everything, and he gets... Well, you know what? I'm not going to spoil it. Just go watch this movie, because if I tell you about it, I don't want to spoil anything. It's just a very funny movie. Go check it out. I think you'll like it. Second, Night School. Now, this is a pretty good movie. It's not one of my favorites. Actually, when I saw the trailer for this, it actually looked better than the actual movie actually being. This is your typical Kevin Hart movie. There's the back. It's not a bad movie, but it's definitely not one of my favorites. But, I mean, you know, it's okay to watch at least once. And, so I definitely recommend this one. Alrighty. Next is one of my favorites, Kindergarten Cop, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. This was, I think, Arnold Schwarzenegger's very first comedy movie. I could be wrong on that, but I'm thinking that this was his very first comedy movie, because before this he, you know, kind of did strictly action and all that. But I do believe this was his very first comedy movie, and he goes undercover as a kindergarten teacher, and it is very funny. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got comedy, action, it's kind of sad here and there, but all in all, one of my favorites. Love this movie. Here's the back. If you're an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, definitely check this one out, because this one will not disappoint. Next, the Sister Act 1 and 2 collection. And I'm a big Whoopi Goldberg fan. She's hilarious. And always love these two movies. I like the first one a whole lot more than the second. But the second one's not bad. But the first one is my favorite. There's the back. Whoopi Goldberg goes undercover as a nun, and to protect herself from this guy who's after her because she witnessed a murder. I definitely recommend that one. Next, Mrs. Doubtfire. Everybody who loves comedy should know this one. Robin Williams, great. He did a great job in this. Very funny movie. Here's the back. So if you're a Robin Williams fan, definitely go check this out if you haven't already. But he goes he goes undercover as a 60-year-old, I believe that's what they said in the movie, a 60-year-old widow woman as a housekeeper. But he gets divorced in this, and that's why he goes under, so he could be with his kids, and he has to get a job, and they're threatening to take his kids away, so he has to get a job, and he comes up with this idea of being the housekeeper. So definitely a good movie. Go check it out if you haven't already. Moving on through, next, the big Mama's House collection. This is, I believe, hang on, let's see. This is 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, this is all 3 movies. Big Mama's House 1, 2, and 3. My favorite of these is the first one, but 2 is pretty good. 3 is okay. It's not great, but I mean it's okay. It's, you know, out of 1 out of 5, I give it about a 3. So that's what I would give the third movie, a 3. Here's the back. Of course, there's nothing really on the back. It's just a bunch of writing. But if you like Martin Lawrence, you know, back in the day, he was pretty popular. This movie definitely was very popular. The whole collection was pretty popular at one time. But I don't think it is as much now. But if you like that kind of stuff, go check it out. Oh, here we go. Next one, Central Intelligence with Kevin Hart and The Rock. I love The Rock. He is one of my favorite actors. Every movie I've seen him in, he is not disappointed. He is awesome. Kevin Hart, he's okay, but I can't watch Kevin Hart for like a very long period of time because it's kind of the same thing with him. Every movie, he's pretty much about the same character. He's not really any different, so it kind of gets old after a while. There's the back. Not really much to see, but yeah. This is a very good, funny movie. The Rock definitely makes this funny. I mean, Kevin Hart does too, but The Rock really makes this funny. Definitely check it out. And this next one, another one of my favorites, Haunted House, or A Haunted House, with I believe Marlon Wayans. I believe that's who's in it. Anyway, you can read right there. It'll tell you. It tells you who's in it. I think it's Marlon Wayans. There's so many Wayans kids, I can't keep track of them. But I believe this is Marlon, but I could be wrong. It's one of the Wayans brothers. And this is basically a knockoff spoof of Paranormal Activity. And very funny. You know, if you've ever seen any of the Wayans brothers movies, you'll know kind of what to expect from this. But it's kind of a funny movie. I mean, I like it. It's very good. Here's the back. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. And up next, we have the second one, A Haunted House 2. Now this one was good. It was funny, but not as not as good as the first one. But this is still good. You know, pretty much there's a lot of the same stuff in this one as there was in the first. There's the back. But they kind of repeat themselves just a little bit in this, but not much. It's still good, though. I still recommend it. And next, I think this is probably everybody's favorite when it comes to comedy. I don't know. The Waterboy. This movie cracks me up. I love this movie. I'm not a big, huge Adam Sandler fan. Like, I like him occasionally, but this one here is probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie. I mean, he is just hilarious in this, and just a very good movie. There's the back. Once again, not really much to see, but yeah, definitely a classic. Actually, I wouldn't even call it a classic, because I don't know. Now this one, don't know how many people have heard of this one. This one is Meet the Spartans. Now this is a spoof knockoff of, I believe, 300. And this movie is okay. It's not great. Some of the jokes and stuff like that in it are kind of silly, kind of ridiculous, but it's still a fun movie to watch, you know. So I definitely recommend it. There's the back. Sorry about the glare. But yeah, pretty good movie. Now the next is Little Shop of Horrors. Now this isn't the original. This is the one with Rick Moranis. And this is the only one that I really know of. I've heard of the original, but I've never seen it. This one is this one's the one that I know the most of. Pretty good movie. It's a comedy. It's kind of like a musical. Very good movie. The plant, when it grows up and starts to talk, it's hilarious. Rick Moranis is always great. So definitely check this one out. There's the back. Not much to see. Not much to see. You just see the plant there. But other than that, that's about it. Very good movie. Early 80s. Definitely check it out. Now the next one is I cannot get past this. I can't get over this glare. Alright. Austin Powers Collection. This is all 3 movies. And if you're an Austin Powers fan, you'll like these movies. But if you're not an Austin Powers fan, you're not going to like these movies, because there's the back. Hang on a second. Let me fix that. Oh, God, that's even darker. Come on. Y'all bear with me here. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, if you're an Austin Powers fan, definitely check this out, because it's pretty good. Not great, but it's good. Okay, there we go. Got more light now. There. All right. That works. Anyway, Austin Powers 1, 2, and 3. If you're an Austin Powers fan, you'll like it, but if not, you probably won't. Moving right along, we have Identity Thief, or Identity Theft. Is that right? Yeah. Oh no, Identity Thief. Sorry about that. Identity Thief. And it's a good movie. You can see who's in it right there. Pretty funny movie. The girl steals the guy's identity because they just happen to have I think they either have the same last name, or they have the same initials, or they have the same name, or something like that. And she's one of those people who steal people's identities, and she steals this guy's identity and basically just goes nuts and takes all his money. I mean, it is funny. And then he ends up finding out about it, and he has to meet her, and it's just a great movie. Definitely recommend it. Here's the back. This is a pretty good movie. So definitely check it out. And here's a classic for all you Mel Brooks fans. Young Frankenstein. Great movie. Love this movie. I love all of Mel Brooks' movies. I have, and which I forgot that movie as well, to put it in this collection. I have Spaceballs as well. I don't know how I missed it, but I have this one and Spaceballs. They're both great. Spaceballs is a knockoff of Star Wars and a lot of movies, Indiana Jones, just a bunch of other movies. This one here is, of course, Young Frankenstein, which is knockoff of Frankenstein. There's the back. The movie's in black and white, but it's still great, But love Mel Brooks' movies. He's awesome. I have Blazing Saddles on DVD, but this one and Spaceballs are the two that I have on Blu-ray. So if you're a Mel Brooks fan, or if you're not a Mel Brooks fan, go check these out. If you haven't heard of Mel Brooks, go check his movies out. He has some great movies. I'm going to fix this to where the glare is not so bad. Alrighty, moving on. Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3. Now these are, the first two are from the Wayans brothers, and the third one is not. The first one is basically a knockoff of Scream, and the second one has a whole bunch of different movies that they make fun of, and 3 was as well. There you go. 1, 2, and 3. This is a 3-movie collection. If you're in, see, there's just a bunch of writing on the back of that. But if you're into like spoofs and movies making fun of other movies, this is definitely what you'd want to check out. May not be for everybody though, so might want to check before you let your kids watch it. Anyway, next one, Arthur 1 and 2. Now, Arthur came out in I think 81 or 82, and when I first watched this movie on HBO way back in the day, back when I was a kid, did not like this movie because I thought it was too slow and it just didn't interest me. However, throughout the years and as I grew up, I actually grown to love this movie. Dudley Moore does a great job in this, and he's just hilarious in this. Here's the back. You don't really have much, but and then you have Arthur 2, which not as good as the first one, but it's still okay to watch. But if you haven't seen this, definitely check this one out. At least the first one, if any. So go check it out. We're making our way through. Next one is probably everybody's favorite comedy, Big, with Tom Hanks. And one of my favorite movies. He makes a wish that he wishes he was big, and he ends up one day finding a little machine thing at a carnival. I think it's at a carnival. And wishes that he was big because he doesn't like being a kid, because it's like every kid, they wish they were grown. And so he gets his wish, and he's a grown up in a kid's body, and well, not a kid's body. He's a grown up, but he has a kid's mind, and he acts like a kid and everything, but he's grown. It's a pretty good movie. There's the back. I love Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is one of my favorite 80s and 90s actors. So if you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. Okay, and this one here is Real Men. Not many people probably have heard of this one. This is hard to find. I actually got lucky and found this on Amazon. But it has John Ritter and, let me see here. can't read the name. Oh, James Belushi. There it is. You can see right there. James Belushi and John Ritter. This is kind of, it's good, but it's kind of silly. John Ritter is this character who's a family guy. He's married and has kids, and he's not a very brave person. He like avoids confrontation. He's always trying to find the right way to do things instead of conflicting. And James Belushi is the character who comes along and gets him out of that. And it's just a wild, crazy movie. Definitely recommend it if you can find it. Best bet, if you can find this at all, it'll be on Amazon. That's where I found this for me. I found this on Amazon at a pretty decent price. It wasn't too expensive. So if you were interested, definitely try to find this movie. It's pretty funny. It can be silly at times, like really, really silly, but it's still worth it. Here's a classic. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Can't say enough about this movie. This movie is hilarious. If you've seen any of Monty Python at all, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not seen this movie, I recommend you see this movie because this movie is a classic. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about this movie. It's just funny. There's the back. It doesn't really have much. But definitely see this movie if you have the chance, because this movie will have you rolling on the floor, laughing. Next is one of my favorite movies, at least it was when I was a kid. Ferris Bueller's Day Off with Matthew Broderick. And he basically plays like he's sick, and skips school one day to help his friend Cameron. Him and Cameron and Ferris's girlfriend, they go on this big adventure. It's a very good movie. It's funny. Definitely recommend this. There's the back. I mean, pretty much anybody who's a comedy fan knows about this movie. But if you don't, go check it out. And the next one is the Three Amigos. This was like late 80s. I think this was late 80s. It was in the 80s. And this has Martin Short. Oh, there we go. You can just read it. There you go. Chevy Chase and Steve Martin. And they're actors. The Three Amigos, they're actors. And they get called to come and help this village in Mexico, and where the guy is really trying to take the village and kill the people and all this and that. And the village people call the Three Amigos to come and help, and the Three Amigos here think that it's just a movie, because that's what they are. They're movie stars. But they think that it's all a movie and it's all fake and stuff like that. I mean, it's just funny. And then they find out that it's actually real. It's great. Great movie. It's a typical 80s movie, but I definitely recommend it as well. All right, one pile down, one to go. Next, Back to the Future. All 3 movies right here. Back to the Future collection. This is the Steelbook. And this is the back, which is just the car. You know, if you open it up and you do that, you get the full car. But this is all 3 movies on Blu-ray. And let me turn it around so you can see. There we go. All 3 movies on Blu-ray. Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd. I mean, who doesn't like Back to the Future? I mean, come on. Back to the Future Part 2, my favorite out of all of them. Part 3, it's okay. I mean, it's fun to watch, but not like the first 2. But definitely recommend this one if by some reason you have not seen these. Go check them out. Okay. Next, what is this one? Oh, okay, yeah, this is another classic. Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks. This one here, I remember seeing this in the theater, and this movie was sold out for months. I remember how popular this movie was. And this is one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. He is great in this. He's funny. I mean, the whole movie is just great. I can't say nothing bad about this movie. There's the back. I think the only bad thing I can say about this movie is I don't like how Jenny treated him in this movie. But you have to go see the movie for yourself to know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Forrest Gump, definitely. For some odd reason, if you hadn't checked it out, go check it out. Next, we have a great classic, The Princess Bride. Another movie I cannot say anything bad about. Great movie, great actors. This is just a great little fairy tale. There's the back. And great fairy tale, great love story, great everything. This has comedy in it. It has everything you can think of in this. So if you have not seen this by chance, go check it out. That one you definitely will not be sorry about. Now, classic right here. Ace Ventura 1 and 2. There's 1 and there's 2. These are my 2 favorite. Well, actually I shouldn't say that. I have 3 favorite Jim Carrey movies. These 2 are, the first 2 and the third is Dumb and Dumber. But I don't have Dumb and Dumber on Blu-ray right now. Well, at least the first one I don't. But this is, I keep losing my light. There we go. Okay. This one, Ace Ventura Pet Detective and Ace Ventura 2 Nature Calls. 2 great Jim Carrey movies. I like 2 a little bit more than the first, but the first is great as well. But I don't know, to me 2 was the funniest to me. But they're both great movies. Again, can't say nothing bad about them. There's the back, not really much to see. But for some reason you have not seen these, go check these out because they're hilarious. Jim Carrey knows how to do comedy. The next one is another classic, Airplane. The first one. I have the second one on DVD, but this is the very first one. Airplane, I mean, classic. Go see it. I can't really tell you anything else about it, but you just have to go and see it for yourself, and you will know what I'm talking about. This movie, like I said, is a classic. Go see it. Next one, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Another great movie. There's the back. Now, this movie, I believe, was the very first movie, and I could be wrong on this, but I think this was the very first movie where they combined cartoon and movie characters in the same movie. I think this was the very first one. But yeah, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, classic. See it. There's the back. Yeah, go see it. If you like Disney and you like, the Disney characters and stuff like that, that'd be a movie for you. This next one is We're the Millers. Now this one is really good as well. You got all these strangers, basically, pretending to be a family, and it's great. And they don't get along. It's just great. Great movie. Go check it out. And the next one, City Slickers, the first one, with Billy Crystal. Very good movie. I have the second one, or no, I don't have the second one. I had the second one on VHS, but this is the only one I have on Blu-ray. I wish I had the second one, but it's hard to find. But Billy Crystal, his character is him and his two friends there go on a cattle drive, basically. And these guys are from the city. They're not from the country or anything like that. So they go on this cattle drive for Billy Crystal's character's birthday. And they learn how to, herd cattle and do all that fun stuff. So, and it's funny. So, definitely recommend it. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. There's the back. Very good movie. Okay. Moving right along to my next favorite Tom Hanks movie, A League of Their Own. Tom Hanks in this is hilarious. He is just a character in this. It says Gina Davis, Madonna, a lot of other great characters, and it's basically, I don't know if it's a true story, but it's kind of based on a true story. It's kind of weird. The way it's told is it's about the women's baseball back in the 40s, I think. And I could be wrong on the date, but I believe it was the 40s. And the male, the guys, the baseball players are going off to war, so the women step in to do the baseball, and it's just a great movie. You got Tom Hanks as their coach, and he don't think that they should be playing because they're girls. And I mean, it's hilarious. It's a good movie. Got everything. There's the back. I mean, what can you say about this one? This one is just you should go see it. Next one is probably everybody's favorite, Office Space. It's about a guy who doesn't like his job, so he just quits going. He goes to a hypnotherapist, and the guy hypnotizes him to not care about basically his job or anything, and he basically just quits going, and it's just crazy. It's funny. There's the back. Not much, like I said before, not much to see. But very good movie, a good cast. Definitely recommend it. Okay, next is one of my favorites, 9 Months with Hugh Grant, and I forgot what her name is. It says right there, doesn't it? No, it doesn't say right there. Okay, well, I forgot her name. But, let me back up a little. There we go. I'm like right on top of the camera there. There we go. 9 months. Now, it's about, basically, they're wanting to, you know, have kids, and she gets pregnant, and it's basically the whole 9 months. The whole movie takes place within the 9 months. It's funny. It's got Tom Arnold in it. Just a good movie. It's got Robin Williams as well. He plays the doctor, and he is hilarious in this. So yeah, go check it out. I can't remember if I showed. Did I show the back? There we go. There's the back. So yeah, check that one out. Another one of my favorites, Coming to America, with Eddie Murphy, back in the 80s. Classic movie. This was very popular back then. He is from Africa, and he is this wealthy prince, and he wants to find his wife, because in the movie he's arranged to get married to somebody, and he doesn't know anything about her, doesn't love her or anything like that. And so he goes to America to find his wife, and of all places he goes to Brooklyn, New York. And which, nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong, but it's just funny. Definitely recommend it. Got a lot of great actors in it. So yeah, go check that out. Next is another great movie, When Harry Met Sally. There we go. Got it up there. There we go. If you haven't seen this one, go check it out. I mean, the scene where Meg Ryan's character Sally is in the restaurant ordering the food has been shown probably everywhere. It's a classic scene. There's the back, and I believe this is Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. Yeah, it says right there. So yeah, go check it out. Very good movie. Pretty funny. Alright, now here's my next favorite Jim Carrey movie, besides the first two. Dumb and Dumber 2. I have Dumb and Dumber, but it's on DVD. This is the second one. This one was pretty good. Not as good as the first. I mean, they kind of repeated in this one that they did in the first, but it's still good. I enjoy it. A lot of people didn't like this movie, but me personally, it was not that bad. It was good. And here we go with the next one, Tammy. And this has the same girl in it as Identity Thief. And this is just a good movie. If you like this particular actress, you'll like this movie. But from what I've heard, a lot of people don't like this actress. But for those of you who do, very good movie. She's very funny in this. There's the back. Recommend it. And the next one is dropping it. There we go. Alrighty, the next one, sorry about that, is Ride Along with Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. Again, typical Kevin Hart movie, same old thing, but it's still a good movie. and pretty good. There's the back. It's pretty good. I like Ice Cube's character in this. He's pretty good. Kevin Hart, like I said, same old character, same old thing. You see him in one movie, you see him in another. His comedy's just about the same. The next one is the second one, Ride Along 2, which was really good. There's a scene in here that's really hilarious to me with Kevin Hart where he's playing Grand Theft Auto, and he goes and on the game, he's playing the game, and he goes and steals the car, and it turns out it's an old woman that was driving the car, and she starts beating him up and everything. It's hilarious. But this movie's pretty good as well. It's about the same as the first, but still a pretty good movie. There's the back. So definitely recommend both of those. Here's the next one. Just Go With It. Is that the name of it? Yeah, Just Go With It. Yeah, Adam Sandler. Again, I watched this movie. It was kind of blah. I'm just like, whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who love this movie, but I wasn't one of them. I didn't think it was all that great. Like I said, I'm not really a big Adam Sandler fan. So, but I do recommend checking it out, you know. And the very last one is the Ghostbusters collection. This is Ghostbusters 1 and 2. And, yeah, comes with both movies. Pretty good. You know, and here is in the inside of it. It's got a little book there, and it's got the disc right there. If you're a Ghostbusters fan from back in the day, I'm not talking about the remake of the Ghostbusters with the girls. I'm talking about the classic. Definitely get this. You can find this pretty much anywhere. So yeah, that is my Blu-ray collection of my comedy movies, and I'm going to do my DVDs at some point in the future. I just have so many of them that it's going to take a long time to do those. But anyway, I need to get a drink. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. I know it was long, but hope you enjoyed it. Hope you stayed to the end. And please leave comments down below letting me know your thoughts on the movies I showed you. If you like them, if you have them, if whatever, you know, just leave a comment. And thank you all for watching. And as always, I will see you all. And look at that. Look how dark it gets right there. That's ridiculous. My lighting keeps going in and out. But anyway, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel. And please leave comments down below giving me your thoughts on these movies. And like I said, as always, I will see you all in the next video.